Welcome to Introduction to Hoopla. My name is Morgan, and I'm going to show you how to use Hoopla and just introduce you to the database and some of the features that are really stand out about this particular database. Hoopla is a database for audiobooks and ebooks. You can access Hoopla through a CCCC Library card. So anytime we talk about a library card, that is going to also be your student ID or employee or staff ID. And that is something that we will reference again. When we reference the library card number, it's that number on the back of that ID. So just keep that in mind. You will need to have that card on hand when we actually create an account. Hoopla is really great because it's easy to use and there's a lot of diverse content. One of the great things about Hoopla is it can be a really great complement to the Libby app. A lot of you may know about Libby because you have a public library card and you've used Libby to access audiobooks and ebooks. Hoopla is great because it pulls from a different catalog. And so if there's a book that you want, but maybe it's not on Libby, you can always check Hoopla to see if it is there and see if you can check it out that way. Another great feature of Hoopla is that if, for example, Libby has a book that you really, really want, but maybe so does everybody else, and you have to join a wait list, you can check Hoopla to see if maybe NC Live, who is your library for Hoopla, has purchased that book and if it's available. Sometimes it is. Sometimes there's some pretty popular books on Hoopla that you can check out right away because this is an app that maybe people know about, but they choose Libby first. And so you sometimes will get really popular books right away because you know about the hidden secrets of the library. So some features of Hoopla that are really great are you have flex borrows. And what that means is that you can check out 20 items at a time. Now, when you check out 20 books, you have met your limit. If you wanted to check out another item, then you would return one of the items that you already have checked out, and then you would check out whatever new item that you would want. One person will borrow at a time. It's not simultaneous use unless the library has purchased multiple copies. So NC Live, who is the library for in this case, has purchased 2 books, let's say. If you check out a book and your friend checks out a book through Hoopla, that's great. You can read it at the same time because the library has purchased 2 copies, either as an audiobook or an ebook. But sometimes the library will only purchase 1 copy of a book. In that case, you might check the book out, but your friend is going to have to sign up on a wait list. And when you're done using it, they will then be able to access the book. So 1 person borrows at a time unless the library has purchased multiple copies. You can join the wait list. I'll show you how to put a hold on a book. It's very simple and very straightforward. And what's really great is you actually know how many people are ahead of you, and you'll get an email when your book is ready to be checked out. 1 account means you can read across devices without losing your place. This might be the best feature of the Hoopla app, which is you can download it onto your phone and you can read on your phone or you can listen on your phone. And then if you decide, tomorrow you'd like to finish reading or finish listening on your laptop or your computer, you absolutely can do that. You don't have to try to save your place or bookmark it. The book will stop where you stop, and then you can open up your account in a browser on a laptop or a computer, and you'll be ready to start reading or listening where you left off previously. So I've got some Hoopla handouts for you. The links are here. I'm actually going to show you how to do both of these things, creating an account and checking out books. But there's those links there for you if you would like to use those instructions to walk you step by step through this process. I'm going to come back to the mobile app. We'll talk about that in just a minute. You can actually create your account from your phone, but it is a little bit easier to do when you are on the computer. So the first thing that we'll do is I'm actually going to show you how to access it through cccc.edu/library. you would go to databases, A to Z listing, and then you've got all your databases here. You click that, and there's going to be a drop-down menu. Click the letter H, and you will see Hoopla right here. If you already have an account with Hoopla, you can click Log In and log in with your credentials from that point. If you do not have an account yet, click Get Started. And then you will walk through the process of setting up your Hoopla account. The only thing that you need to have in hand is a valid library card number and a valid email address. Once you have those two things, you can click Let's Go. Next, you will select Central Carolina Community College Library, which is right here. Once you select it, you'll see a check mark that lets you know you have the right library there, and then you can move on to the next step. If you don't happen to see Central Carolina Community College Library listed, you can always search for it up here, and it'll give you the option of searching by library name, city, state, or zip code. And you can then select the library from that point. Click Next, and then you will put in your library card number. The library card number is the number that is on the back of your staff, faculty, or student ID card. So the opposite side of the one that has your picture on it. So you'll have one side with the picture on it, turn it over, and that's your library card number. You want to put that library card number in here and then click Next. If you are a community patron, you also have a library card number. It's that long number on your card. You will put that number where it says library card and click Next. If you have any trouble though at all, whether that's getting registered or finding your library card number, feel free to contact the library. You can call us or you can email us, and we will be happy to help you get to the next step in this process. Next, you will put in your email address, and then you want to pick a password that you can remember. So this is the email address that when your hold is ready or when you are communicating in any way with Hoopla, that is the email account that they will use. So you may want to pick one that you check frequently. Once you are done selecting your email and your password, you will click Complete Registration. Once you have logged in to Hoopla, once you've created your account, you will be on the My Hoopla dashboard. You'll see up here at the top how many flex bars you have remaining. And as you check things out, it will let you know how many you have remaining. And then as you return them, it will let you know how many you have remaining. So you'll see this number change. You don't have to keep up with how many you have left. It will always be up here at the top. You will see a couple different descriptors for some of the books that you are seeing in front of you. You will see the wait list, you'll see available, and you'll see on hold. So available means that you can go ahead and check that book out right now if you want to and listen to it or read it right away. Wait list means that there are people that are already using the book at this point, and the wait list just means that you will have to put a hold on the book. And then once you have put a hold on the book, this little banner at the top will change to on hold. So you have an idea of what you can get now, what you'll have to wait for, and then what you've put yourself in line for on hold materials. So let's take a look at this book here. This was already something that I had favorited, so it was already there available for me. I could have searched for it or browsed, and we'll come back and do that in just a minute. But you will see here, the books look, all of the books look very similar in this way, in the sense that they have the title, the year, how it was recorded or the publisher, and then the author, who it's read by. If it's an audiobook, if it's an ebook, it's just going to have the author there. And then a quick little overview and maybe some genre classifications. You'll see a cover here, and then you'll be able to click borrow. Now, if this book were not available right now, you will see the word hold, and then you would click that and put yourself on hold. So we'll look at that example as well. So when you're ready to borrow, click borrow, and it will tell you a little bit about this book. The title is available for 21 days after you borrow it. The title is available for streaming only. Sometimes they'll be available for download. Sometimes it will be available for streaming and download, but only on a phone or only on a computer. So it will tell you how you can interact with that title. So once you say, okay, I've read this information, I definitely want to borrow this book, you click borrow title, and now you can go ahead and play it. And it'll tell you when this book is due again. Monday, August 8th, that's when the book will be returned, or I can return it by that point. And then you'll see similar artists here. And if I were to click on any of these, it would take me to similar authors, or if some of their books are in the catalog, I can click on that and I will be able to see their books as well. I can also look at certain narrators. So if I really liked this particular narrator, it looks like in this case, she only reads one book. That's okay. But if your narrator has multiple titles, then it will show up here. You can also favorite a narrator just to keep up with that person, should they ever have a book added and you want to listen to it. So let's go back to my hoopla. And you can see up here, once I've checked the book out, it will say borrowed up here. And then it'll tell me I've got 19 flex bars remaining now. So it just kind of keeps me on track for what I've got checked out and how many more bars I've got left. Let's click on this book here, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. You can again see the title, some book information, and then instead of being able to play it right now or borrow it right now, I have to put it on hold. So I'm going to click hold. It's going to tell me a little bit about my position in the wait list. It'll tell me I'm the first person for this title, and then I'll place the hold. You're automatically subscribed to receive an email that lets you know when this book is available for checkout. Going back to the home page, you can see there's lots of options for you. You can click browse, and you can browse by audiobooks or ebooks. You can search here. So if I wanted to look at something by Jane Austen, see what's available. And then I can decide if I want to check these books out and if they're available. It looks like this one's got a wait list, but the other ones here are available. So I could start reading them if I wanted to. And so you'll see similar titles as well. If you wanted to change anything about your account, you could come up here to the settings icon, the little wheel, and you could see some information about that. So there's your hold requests and emails. I have it automatically, and you will automatically have it so that you will receive hold request emails. So this is a quick overview of how to check out books on Hoopla. Feel free to ask me any questions if you have them about how you create an account or how to check out books. A couple other things, if you are ready to download the mobile app, you totally can. You just go to the Google Play or Apple Store application on your phone or your device, search for Hoopla. It may be labeled Hoopla Digital. Install the app, it's free, and then you will see this login page. Log in with your email address and password that you use to create your account, and then you'll be able to log right into your account. So if you have any questions at all, you can always email me or call, and you are welcome if you would like recommendations for things that are on the Hoopla app. I'll be happy to let you know of some things that might meet your interests. Happy reading!